number one contenders match. Here we are. Did anyone have any doubt we were going to be in this thing? Like, we're the best, and we've proven we're the best. Look, if Boatman's not here, we're not scared. We've beaten Brian once already. Hell, I've beaten Brian once already this season by TKO, worse than you have. So why
is this even happening? Like,
well, I'm
like, this is just another ticker that I have to get over in order to face Boatman again because for whatever reason I lost to him in the last match. It was a fluke. Let's just get.
Luckily, we don't even have to play. We don't even have to play Boatman again. All we gotta do is we get to go straight to Jeremy, and then Boatman has to play us to get that title that he wants. So let's win this. Let's win that title. Let's get out of here.
So we all know that Koho loves to hear the sound of his own voice, and Dom likes to talk too, so why don't I just let them handle the talking for me and do my promo? Take it away, guys.
So, we are here, and we are taking on the best. Look, Brian's great, honestly. Brian is your next Warzone Singles champion. If you don't believe me, he's going to prove it to you tonight. It might be the best showing you will ever see. I can't wait to watch him.
Yeah, and all I have to say is I'm just here.
And me and Rizzi, we're going to shoot the bed. We're scared. We've beaten Brian once already.
It was a fluke.
Rizzi is not a smart film fan. Rizzi is an easier opponent to beat. Rizzi is kind of mediocre. And then there's freaking Brian, the guy who's going to beat Jeremy Adams. Let's get out of here.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Movie Warzone. I am your host, Brian. Crap, let me try that again. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Movie Warzone. I am your host, Kaleb. Damn it, let's try that one more time. Well, what is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Movie Warzone. I am your host, Line.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Vail, yes. Sorry, my name is Brooklyn Vail, and welcome to a very special episode of Movie Warzone. It is a number one contenders match. We have 2 5-2 beautiful bastards coming into the ring. We have Brian, the MacGuffin Michaels, taking on Dominic, the movie nerd Rizzi. But before we get to competitors, I have to introduce my co-host, one of the great members of the new British Empire, the Warhawk Thomas Scully. Thomas, how do you feel being on the desk?
Feeling good. This is going to be a fantastic match. Another rematch from what we saw in the Summer Series, rematch of a semifinal match that we had. Dominic was able to get the upset over Brian there. I'm really excited to see how this shapes out. Can Brian sort of get over that hump that is Dominic Rizzi and get to Jeremy Adams? Or will Dom and the Kingdom get another win and secure another title shot? We will see.
Well, let's see how the match goes. First, let's introduce our competitors from the faction known as the Kingdom, with a record of 5 wins and 2 defeats, accompanied by his manager, the King Kaleb Koho. It is the movie nerd, Dominic Rizzi. Dom, how you feeling entering the match?
Feeling good, ready to get this going.
All right, and your challenger, representing Strange Brew, with a similar record of 5 wins and 2 defeats. He is the MacGuffin, Brian Michaels.
Hey, how's it going? Let's see if I actually win this time.
Well, gentlemen, let's get right into it. Round 1 is going to work like this. You have 8 questions from the various categories of the movie realm. You have 15 seconds. Write down your answer on your piece of paper, whiteboard, sandwich, or cat. We do not discriminate what your answer's on. Once the 15 seconds is up, you will speak as well as reveal your answer. Each question is worth up to 1 point. Keep in mind, gentlemen, that there are 3 repeats and a challenge. If you feel that a question is worded poorly or an answer is incorrect, be sure to throw that flag and we will assess accordingly. Alrighty, Tom, you take the evens, I'll take the odds. We'll go right into question number 1, which comes in the category of animated films. What is the first and last name of the main character in 2009's Up?
One of the top-tiered Pixar films.
Who are you, and where's the real Thomas Scully? I feel like he wouldn't make that exact opinion.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right, we'll go to Brian first.
I believe it's Brian Michaels because he's Grumpy Old Man.
That's incorrect, and
Carl Fredrickson.
That is correct.
All right, Dom, with that early 1-point lead, gentlemen, question number 2 comes in the categories of 90s movies. Movies released in the decade of the 1990s. Who plays famed author C.S. Lewis in 1993's Shadowlands?
Not to be confused with the Shadow Realm from the famed Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game / animated series.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pens down. So let's go to Dominic first.
Yeah, I didn't have it.
And Brian.
Anthony Hopkins?
Tie game, 1-1.
Probably best if your buddy turns down the TV just for this. I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting.
I can hear okay. I don't know about Dom. I don't even hear the TV.
Not
honestly.
hearing anything.
You don't? Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, that's fine. All right, gentlemen, your third question comes in the category of comedies. No, we're not doing that. Coming to America features a fictitious African nation named what?
Love this movie. Eddie Murphy at his best.
I believe this is the favorite comedy of one manager, Kaleb Koho. So I wonder if this is used in their study questions.
2, 1, pens down.
We'll go to Brian first.
I got nothing.
And Dom.
Yeah, I put Zandia.
Close to started with an unpopular letter. Zamunda. Zamunda.
All right, guys. Question number 4 comes to you from Movie Quotes. This is not a good fella. This is a bad fella is a line from what 2000s animated film?
You know, Thomas, I actually watched Goodfellas for the first time a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
it's
how'd
good.
you like it?
It's good, not great.
Whatever. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Dom.
Brooklyn, I just want to let you know you're completely wrong. B Moby.
Thank you, Dominic. And yes, that is correct. And Brian. Brian did not have it. So Rizzi maintains that lead 2-1.
All right. Next category, gentlemen, is the category of Oscars. Jeremy Irons won his only Best Actor Oscar for his role in what film?
Jeremy Irons, best iteration of Alfred Pennyworth, or no?
For now. I don't think we've had that
4,
best Alfred yet.
3, 2, 1. Pens down.
All right, we'll go to Brian first.
Reversal of Fortune?
That's correct. And Dom.
Reversal of Fortune.
That is correct.
Both got it. All right. So Rizzi maintains that 3-2 lead. We go to your next question in the category of movie release dates. Bad Boys 2 was released in what year? I believe this is a favorite of Josh McCouga's.
Absolutely.
Shout out to him, who's obviously watching this.
And our sandwich of the day is a roast beef sandwich on an everything bagel that I had this morning.
5,
quite tasty.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Dom, what you got?
2004.
Incorrect. And Brian?
2003?
Brian has it, and we're tied again. 3-3.
For you, Brooklyn.
The Brooklyn Vail curse strikes again.
The curse lives. The year penultimate category is in the category classics. In Ben-Hur, Judah Ben-Hur lives with what 2 family members?
One of the not one of the greatest movies of all time, but as far as Oscar nominations wise and wins, this was this is definitely up there.
If only the remake could live up to the original.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
And we'll go to Brian first.
I have no clue. I said mother and uncle.
One of them, right? Dom.
I put mom and sister.
That is correct.
Cool.
Back and forth they go. Last question in round 1 in the category of directors. Who directed Superbad? Probably my favorite, like, high school graduation kind of comedy.
I would easily say top 3 in like coming of age movies. I would say.
Yeah, probably. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Dom, what you got?
Greg Mottola.
That is correct. And Brian?
Nope. Nicholas Stoller. Wrong person.
All right. Dom gets another point, increases his lead to 5-3, and that's it for round 1.
Oof, worst round one ever.
But anything can happen as we get into round 2, Brooklyn.
Yes, round 2, where we bring in the coveted wheel as we wait 2 seconds here. I apologize, Brian, for this.
Edit.
Caleb, we could add this to the screen.
Yes, I can. There you go.
All right. All right, so gentlemen, how it's going to work is you are going to spin from the wheel with eight categories and spin your opponent's choice. Once the category is you've selected, you will have 5 questions that are each worth up to 2 points. You do have the option of devaluing the question multiple choice. That will bring it down to 1 point. Keep in mind, stealing is involved, so competitors do keep your ears perked. Your categories today are as follows: 90s actor/actress filmography, 80s Billy Crystal, Harry Potter, Oscars, movie release dates, action comedies, scores and soundtracks, movie quotes, and spinners and opponent's choice. Dom, you're in the lead. Would you like to go first or second?
Looking at that wheel, Don, there's nothing that really scares us.
Yeah, right. I say we go first.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I want to go first.
That's fine. I'm good with that. There's nothing on here that's worrying, so go for it.
All right. Dom is electing to go first, and your spin is in.
Bro, I'm sorry, but you need to do something about that.
And it lands on the category of opponent's choice.
Ooh, big opportunity for Brian here.
What I get.
Categories are to Dom.
I don't think there's anything on here that's really gonna screw him. It's just a matter of what I can maybe get some points from if I can steal. So let's go with let's go 80s Billy Crystal.
80s Billy Crystal. Tom, would you like to answer?
I will administer those 80s Billy Crystal questions to Mr. Dominic Rizzi. All right, Dom, first question in the category.
Wait 2 seconds here. We got to stop sharing the screen here.
Yes. Okay, sorry. Dom, your first question in the category of 80s Billy Crystal. In The Princess Bride, Miracle Max says that true love is the best thing in the world, except for what?
I don't remember that quote. Multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice options are A, a sandwich, B, indoor plumbing, C, a long nap, or D, a cold bath on a hot day.
Is it indoor plumbing?
Indoor plumbing is incorrect, Brian, for a 1-point steal.
It's nice mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwich.
That is correct for a point. It was a mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. All right, Dom, question number 2, category 80s Billy Crystal. In Running Scared, Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines work as cops for what city?
New York City.
That is incorrect, Brian, for a big 2-point steal.
Chicago.
2 points for Brian Michaels. He retakes the lead 6-5. All right, Dom, your question number 3 in 80s Billy Crystal. Who directed Memories of Me?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, Rob Reiner, B, Ron Howard, C, Christopher Guest, or D, Henry Winkler.
Christopher Guest.
That is incorrect, Brian, for another steal.
Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler is correct. Another steal for the MacGuffin. All right, Dom, your penultimate question, category of 80s Billy Crystal. What is the profession of Billy Crystal's character in This Is Spinal Tap?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, a documentary filmmaker, B, a mime, C, a children's birthday party singer, or D, a drummer.
Documentary filmmaker.
Incorrect, Brian, for a steal.
A mime.
Mime is correct. Brian is rolling through Rizzi's round. And your last question, Dom, in the category of 80s Billy Crystal. In Throw Mama from the Train, what film inspires DeVito's Owen to commit a crime with Crystal's character?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Double Indemnity, B, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, C, Murder on the Orient Express, or D, Strangers on a Train.
Double Indemnity.
Incorrect. Brian, for a 1-point steal.
Strangers on a Train.
correct again. And with that, Brian has opened up a 4-point lead, stealing every question in that round. Yeah, he's got a 4-point lead and a chance at a potential knockout here, Brooklyn.
Brian did what he sought out to do, bink some steals, and boy, did he ever bink those steals. As we move into his portion of round number 2. If I can get...
Well, the wrong category is just as bad the other way, so we'll see.
All right.
That is right.
Brian, your spin is in, and your category is going to be opponent's choice.
There you go.
Let me see the options again.
All right. Your options are as follows. 90s actor/actress filmography, Harry Potter, Oscars, movie release dates, action comedies, scores and soundtracks, and movie quotes.
I'm thinking either Oscars or scores, Dom.
Oh, Oscars or scores. Okay, I was going to ask Oscars or Harry Potter, but I'll go Oscars. I have a better chance of stealing on Oscars.
Let's do Oscars.
All right, Oscars.
All right, Brian, I'll be asking your questions in the Oscars category. So I scroll to the category. All right, your first question in the category of Oscars. Gandhi was nominated for 11 Oscars. How many did it win?
Anything I say is going to be a guess, so let's go multiple choice in case he steals.
Your options are A, 7, B, 8, C, 9, or D, 10.
7.
That is incorrect. Dom, a chance for a 1-point steal.
Let me hear the options again. How many did
You're
one,
on.
right?
Your options are A, 7, B, 8, C, 9, or D, 10.
This is for how many it won, right? Not how many it was nominated for?
Would you like to use a repeat?
Let me get a repeat of the question.
All right, right. That is your first repeat?
Okay, yeah.
Gandhi was nominated for 11 Oscars. How many did it win? And your options are A, 7, B, 8, C, 9, or D, 10.
10.
That is incorrect. The answer you're looking for is 8. Let's look for 8. The curse lives on in round 2. Who won a Best Supporting Actress Oscar for films released in 2007 for Michael Clayton?
I'm going to take a risk. Was that Tilda Swinton?
Correct for 2 points.
Big 2 points for Brian.
Your third question in the category of Oscars. What Mission Impossible director won a Best Original Screenplay Oscar for The Usual Suspects?
That would be Christopher McQuarrie.
Correct for 2 points.
Another 2 points for Brian.
Your second to last question in Oscars. Apollo 13 won 2 Oscars. One for Best Sound and the other for what?
Let's go multiple choice.
Your options are A, Best Adapted Screenplay, B, Best Supporting Actor, C, Best Original Score, or D, Best Art Direction. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2,
Art direction.
1. Correct for 1 point.
Another point. All right, so here's the situation. If Brian hits this next question for 2 points, he wins via knockout, and he has a date with Jeremy Adams.
If he does hit it for 1 point, though, you are still going to round number 3. So your final question in the category of Oscars. What was the last film to win the Big 5 awards at the Oscars, meaning Best Picture, Actor, Actress, Director, and Screenplay?
Silence of the Lambs.
And your winner, by way of knockout, it is the MacGuffin, Brian Michaels. Not the outcome I expected, with both players getting opponent's choice going into round number 2. Holy moly. Thomas, what do you feel about the end of that match?
Wow. The name of the game was really opponent's choice and strategy. Brian gave Dom Brian's strength of 80s Billy Crystal. Dom couldn't do anything there. He hit a brick wall. Brian got some steals. And then it happened the other way around. Brian was given Oscars, but he was able to work through it, go to multiple choice, get questions right, and then finally broke through. And he secures the knockout. So now he has a date with Jeremy Adams, which is what he's always wanted.
All right, let's go into some post-match interviews, starting off with our winner, the MacGuffin, Brian Michaels. Brian, you struggled a little bit in round number 1, and then with round number 2, it started off great with opponent's choice. You were able to give Dom 80s Billy Crystal and then a couple steals. Then your portion of round 2 hits, you get opponent's choice, and then Dom gives you Oscars. What's your thought process going into that round?
Well, coming out of round 1, I was pretty negative. I was thinking I was going to lose it because 3 points in round 1 is horrible, especially for number 1 contender match. But going into round 2, like I said, I gave him 80s Billy Crystal, figuring just if he didn't get any, I could get multiple. I could get the steals. I actually managed to get, I think, all of them in steals and some without multiple choice. Then when he got a point of choice for me, I was worried because, like I had said before, it was very possibly going to go just the other way against me. Oscars is very hit and miss for me. Luckily, most of them in this round were ones that I actually knew or at least had a good idea of. So I'm happy for the win. Honestly, I think this was a match just to play to see who's going to lose against Jeremy, but I'm going to give it my best shot.
Speak of the devil, and he shall be mentioned, I guess, not appear. But your next match will be a championship match against the Adam, Jeremy Adams, recently knocking out fellow New British Empire member Kaleb Boatman, fellow Warzone runner. How do you feel going up against Jeremy?
It's intimidating. I mean, he's not unbeatable. I mean, Joseph and I managed to get the team titles from over in Full Metal Trivia. So, I mean, he's not impossible to beat, and he's got his weaknesses, but it's definitely going to be quite a task. And if I were a betting man, I would not bet on me, but I'm not going to count myself completely out.
All right. Well, best of luck to you, sir, in the championship match, and we'll be seeing you relatively soon. But we have to move on to our unfortunate loser, Dominic Rizzi, accompanied by Kaleb Koho. Dom, you got opponent's choice. Start off round number 2. Then there was that little bit of hope in redemption for him getting opponent's choice. This is a question for you and Kaleb. What was your thought process giving him Oscars?
Let's be real. Brian is the worst Oscars player I think I've ever seen. So I'm really shocked that he got lucky enough to get a lot of Oscar questions that he just happened to know. So good for him. Yeah, honestly, that was the smartest play, and he just got the most lucky round of Oscar questions he could hope for. So yeah, there's not much we could have done. We did fine in round 1, 5 for 8. I mean, we played a strong round 1. When we both get opponent's choice, that should be an evening of the playing field. But I mean, 80s Billy Crystal just sunk us, and Oscars just happened to be something that Brian randomly knew the questions for. So good for him.
That's what I was thinking.
Jeremy's the champ till the next year, guys.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dom, I'm curious to see how you feel, because obviously, like getting into the Warzone finals and then losing to the New British Empire, and then now getting once again into the number 1 contenders match and then losing to Brian via knockout. How do you feel?
I mean, first off, this is what I get for not just being late, but for almost completely forgetting about this match. B, I've just been having a rough day today, and I'm not going to lie, my head wasn't in it a little bit at round 2. Those first 2 questions, definitely, I feel like if I'd actually not rushed to the answer, I probably would have gotten them. So, other than that, yeah, this was just another WTF in terms of luck, and that's really all I can say.
No.
All right. Well, like I said previously, you have been in multiple number 1 contender matches, so I can't imagine your run in Warzone being over. You'll be back in the picture inevitably.
Yeah. I mean, one last thing. I mean, if it's not we got Rizzi, he'll be back. We got Cameron Holtzman. He'll be the one that dethrones Jeremy Adams since Rizzi's out of the way. The next Warzone champ is from the Kingdom. So it's just a matter of which one it is.
As my great-grandfather used to say, wish in one hand, shit in the other. See which one fills up first, Mr. Koho. But enough of the Kingdom. Let's go to some final post-match thoughts. Thomas, did not expect this to one to end via knockout, but crazier things have happened, and it did eventually happen. What were your thoughts on the overall match?
No, yeah, this was a crazy match from start to finish. I mean, Brian having his worst round, probably his worst round one ever, ends up having a dream of a round two, ends up KOing Dom. But you got to feel for Dom a little bit. I mean, this is the second number one contenders match. He's sort of faltered in, first losing to Boatman, now losing to Brian Michaels. But, you know, he'll be back. And even though I don't have the highest of regards for the Kingdom, I do respect Dom and I do respect Koho, and I do think they'll be back. So I don't think this is the last we've seen of Rizzi. But as for Brian, he's got what he's always wanted. A day with Jeremy. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles himself in that title match.
The historians will definitely be double checking this statement, but I think Brian might be the first person ever, Schmodown or Fan Leagues, to knock out somebody while both players getting opponent's choice in round number two. Quite a stat to achieve nonetheless. But that is going to wrap it up for another episode of Movie Warzone. I want to thank our competitors, Brian, Dom, Kaleb, for coming in to manage. For Thomas and myself, I'm the Black Lantern Brooklyn Vail. Cheers, guys, and as always, drive safely.